Why do you support him?
I think the main thing is he's not virtue signaling to socialists as if it could actually work in any country ever in history of the world. That's probably one.
What virtue signaling are Democrats doing to socialists?
Don't act as if it's not happening. Like that's
What I'm
you're.
asking, what
Why are
virtue
you?
signaling?
So you're telling me that the socialist ideology is not gaining traction amongst younger people in this country on the left?
Sure. I mean, what is that supposed to mean,
Telling me
though?
that leftists? Are you telling me that
Do
leftists
you think that the
are?
understanding that the general populace at least has on socialism is reflective of the workers control the means of production, or like the type of democratic socialism that like people in the EU describe themselves as?
Where in the EU?
Like across the entire, like we can reference Scandinavia or anywhere in the EU, right? It's all
Yeah, they're
capitalist. You agree
nobody
all of
calls
the EU is
themselves
capitalist, right?
nobody calls themselves socialist.
Yeah, they do. They call themselves
No, bro.
democratic socialists.
No, they're not social. They're not socialists.
Yeah, I would agree, but like they call themselves democratic socialists.
They're
And
all
it depends on
capitalist
what
countries.
definition you're using, right? Because if you're using
They're
a
all
def
capitalist countries.
what?
They're all
I
capitalist
agree.
countries.
I agree. They have freer
So
markets
if they're
than
all
the United
capitalist
States in some of
countries,
these circumstances, like in
okay, I got a
Scandinavia.
question. I got a question for you. Can you have a democratic socialist country without capitalism at the base of the economy?
Yes. Now you're using two different senses of democratic
No,
socialism
sir.
there.
Answer
Hold
the
up.
question.
Yes, wait, hold. You can have democratic socialism as established with a socialist system without there being capitalism. That's totally possible.
So you're saying that you can have a country with socialism at the base. Nobody. I mean, the state owns the means of production, and then from there you can
Yeah, I
have
see no logical contradiction with
full
that.
socialism. So can you give me an example
Wait, I'm
of
not
where
a,
full
wait,
socialism
wait,
has
don't
ever
even
worked?
get me to act. I'm not a socialist. Let me just be very clear.
No,
I'm just
well,
saying
give
that's
me an
logically
example. Where
possible.
has it
What's the
worked?
contradiction?
Where has it worked, brother?
Wait, that's not a contradiction with like a theoretical model. That's just saying like, oh, we don't have examples of this model working. Well, that's true for many theories when it comes to economics.
We've seen capitalism work.
Okay, where have we
How come
seen
we can't see
where have
socialism
we
work?
seen trickle down economics work?
You're quite the capitalist yourself.
I'm asking where have we seen trickle down
You're
economics work?
making. Yeah, I mean, have you?
I'm
Do you
I'm
not
asking you a
make?
very specific question.
Do
Where
you
have we?
not? Are you not?
Can I
Why
get
are
an
you asking the
answer? Can I get an
question?
answer? Where have we seen trickle down economics work?
You. I'm
That's
looking
not
at you
trickle
right
down
now.
economics.
I'm looking at you right now.
What do you mean?
You are a great example of it. I'm
Of
looking
how?
at you, brother.
How?
Are you not a capitalist? Are
Yes.
you not getting paid from a billionaire corporation paying somebody an hourly rate and they come and gift you money? Is that not trickle down? Is it not trickling down to you?
That's not trickle down economics.
All
No,
of the
you're
people,
misunderstanding what trickle down
all of the
economics
people in
is.
your life, where did they get
You
the
don't.
money
You're
from?
you're completely misunderstanding what trickle down economics is. Okay.
So all of the people here,
What do you, dude?
where
You
did they
don't
get the
even know what
money
you're
from?
talking about.
All the people who pay you, where did they get the money from?
Yes, that's true. Now that does not mean it's trickle down. Like what?
Can you tell me how it's not? I mean, they don't have a corporation. They didn't create the
Wait, from
dollar. They didn't
some
create the
people do.
service.
Some
They
people who
didn't
send me
create
money
the
do.
good. But the vast majority of people don't.
Okay, and
So why are you,
that's like how a
brother?
capitalist economy works.
Okay, so you're saying then, so again, like every other socialist
I'm
who,
not a
okay, or you're not a
socialist.
socialist. I understand you're
I've
not a
been
socialist.
very
You
clear.
used to be. Well, can
Okay,
you?
I
So,
used to be a Trump supporter too. What's your point?
yeah, I mean, you're going to go to what benefits you most. Like, obviously, the
To what
left, younger
benefits me
people.
most? These are reviews I
Yeah,
held before I had a social media account, sir.
yeah, exactly.
What
You
do you
just
mean I'm
proved
gonna
my
do what benefits me the
you proved
most?
my point.
What are you talking about?
What
What? How
what
did it benefit me?
what
I
leftist?
didn't even
What
have a social
leftist?
media account.
Yeah, what leftist?
Wait, how did having these views benefit me? I didn't have a
How does
social media
anybody
account. Answer
does
that
anybody on
question.
the right get paid more in terms of
I
gifts and
didn't have a
views and all
social
this shit?
media account, sir.
I know
I didn't even do content when I had
because they
those
wouldn't
views.
because most people couldn't do right wing social media on a platform like TikTok. Obviously,
What? Yes, you can. That exists on
no.
that exists on YouTube. It's very, very prominent.
Yeah, yeah,
You
on
can be a
YouTube.
very low
You're on
tier
TikTok.
debater, and you can make a bunch of money on the right grifting.
Yeah, that's
It's
why
super
you're.
easy. Look at Dave Rubin.
How are they grifting, but you're not?
No, I'm just asking. Look at Dave Rubin. Can you acknowledge
How
that?
are you grifting?
No, I
Really?
actually believe what I believe. I believe
All
what I
right.
say on
So,
the
do you think there's
stream.
a limit on somebody that should? Do you think there's a limit that someone on how much somebody could make in a year?
There's a limit. I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
asking you.
Well, within specific industries, technically, yes. Like there's
What
there's
would
there's
that
only a
limit?
specific amount of people that would buy from the industry, so there is technically a type of limit that could exist theoretically. Yeah,
What do you think the limit should be?
the limit
As far as
should be.
income.
That's a descriptive
Yeah.
fact, not a normative one. What?
So I'm trying to understand where your democratic socialist, because you're saying that people should pay their fair share, right? Is that your premise of
I'm a
democratic
social
socialism?
democrat. Again, I'm not a democratic socialist. Let me just be
Oh
clear.
my God.
Let me just be clear. Democratic socialism and how people define it is going to be different depending on the context. Like the general population understanding of like when you ask them, oh, do you support socialism versus capitalism? Right? A lot of Gen Z might associate democratic socialism with individuals like Bernie, right? Social democracies in Europe. They're not actually thinking workers control the means of production. That's why if you ask them specifically, do you support the workers controlling all the means of production or mandating that all private property is gone? They're not going to say yes. In 45% of Gen Z is not going to say yes to that question. Every single person knows that. Okay, it's
And that's what
specifically
I'm asking.
how those questions are asked and what someone is interpreting when they see that question, and that what a Gen Zer interprets as socialism, right, is a little bit different than what older generations interpret as socialism. What they
I
have an understanding of
understand.
socialism is better, like what it be like Bernie or like those social democracies in Europe. That's their understanding of it.
Yeah,
That's the idea.
I
That's what you're
understand.
seeing from those
So,
studies and those polls.
what you're saying is that they believe that there should be a limit to how much somebody makes, and then the rest, the excess of how much they're
No one
making,
said
can
that
be
there should be a
distributed.
limit. There's no limit on the amount of income. I actually do think that we should just have a higher tax rate for higher levels of income. There's not
So
a
then
hundred
why?
percent tax
So
rate, but
at
I
the
do
end
believe
of
that
this
there should
all,
be. What's that?
at the end of it all, what you're saying, or what you're calling democratic socialism or social democrats and all of this, well, you're just basically asking for capitalism with higher taxes.
Yeah, social safety nets, regulations, etc.
Oh,
Yeah,
so then why
that
not just call it that?
that's exactly what I do.
No, you
I,
don't.
I say social
That's
democracy.
not
I call myself a
socialism.
progressive liberal. I say
That's
I
not
believe in capitalism with
socialism.
social safety nets every single day.
That's not socialism.
I agree. I never said it was.
A lot of the people who want to, change the way that this country was built and this economic model actually do believe. Do you not understand that there are people that are running
Wait, I'm
for
sorry. When did
Congress?
you ever hear me call myself a socialist?
But you're asking me my question. Your
I'm,
question
I'm
to
just
me
asking
was
when
why,
did you
right?
ever hear me call myself a
You don't
socialist?
need to. You don't need to be. I know that you're a capitalist. I could see right. I mean, I could see right through you. Your guest might not know that you're a capitalist who probably would make
My
like
guests
maybe.
might not know. I
Yeah.
just told you 3 or 4 times in this conversation.
No, but but that's why you don't want to talk about limits, because if you make $1 million in 2026, you're not going to give none of that money up. You're not going to go and donate half of it. You're not going to preach to what you're talking about.
Really?
You're not
Really?
actually
Because
going to you're not going to act on what you want out of everybody else. Because you say, well, $1 million isn't enough, right? That's what you would say.
I live in Los Angeles, right?
Oh, so you need more than $1 million to just
Wait, wait,
survive
wait. How about you go
Los
look at the
Angeles?
tax rates in Los Angeles,
Oh
right?
my
And in
God.
California. No, no,
Oh my
seriously.
God, bro. This is rich, bro.
If I were to make that much money, I would be taxed that much,
Rich.
right? That's how it works in
So you
California.
wouldn't so if you have a 50% tax rate, that means $500,000. So you're telling me you couldn't live off of $100,000 in California? Most
Yeah, I
minorities
could live
do.
off of a hundred
Yeah.
thousand, but
So then why wouldn't you give up $900,000 to programs, and it'll come right off of your taxes. Your taxes will show that you've actually paid this money to other people who are not as we're not grifters, just hardworking people.
I genuinely I don't know what your point you're trying to make. Are you just trying to
I'm
like
trying to make.
subtly
I'm
call
trying
me
to.
a grifter, or like what's the point here?
No, the point that I'm making is that you are a virtue signaling hypocrite who doesn't
How?
believe in what you're asking of others. So
What do I not believe in?
you'd quickly say Elon Musk doesn't
Wait,
deserve the
what do I
money he
not believe
has.
in?
But there's a lot of people who don't have the money that you have. So would you give it up?
Again, I pay high tax rates within California. All right, so you understand that's going to be representative of my views. I just want to nationalize the tax rates that
So
exist in
you
California.
don't have. So you're telling me that you don't actually have an LLC and a corporation that's built outside of California? You could
No,
actually show us that paperwork.
I'm not going to show you the paperwork for
Yeah,
my
of course
business,
you
but I
wouldn't
do have a
show it,
business in
brother.
California.
Yeah, it should probably registered in Delaware somewhere. Like,
Okay, I'm not one of
okay,
those people. I registered in California. I have a business in California. I pay
okay.
taxes in California. I don't try to evade taxes. I don't try to get around taxes. I pay my taxes. because I believe in a system where people pay into the system when they make more. That's how things work here.
And that's how it's already. That's how
Right, so
it
if
already is.
you're fine, you're literally scraping so desperately to try to find something that I'm hypocritical on, and it's embarrassing that you have nothing. Your best argument is, "Oh, I feel like you do this personally." That's it. That's
No,
that's your
no.
that's
The best
actually your
argument that
argument
I
is I feel
have.
like you do this
I answered
personally.
your question, right? Your question
But
was,
you have no
why would you
substantive
support?
basis to your argument. And you're just literally saying that if you had that much money, right, or you were making that much money, that you would try to evade taxes. That's all you're saying.
No, I'm saying that you and people of your ilk actually do it, and you
So
try to
wait.
pretend
So
or
I
pretend like you
don't.
don't.
What evidence do you have that I do?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
do it.
actually asking you. What
Well,
evidence do you have that I
it
do?
will come a time where people will ask you to show proof. You
I
won't. You
don't need
won't
to
do it though.
ever, right?
Exactly. That's the same thing
all you're
Trump
ever
did.
going to have is you're going to have to take
You're
me
just
at my
like Trump
word
Jr.
because I'm not showing you
You're
my
just like
personal.
Trump Jr.
I'm not showing you my personal documentation. I'm not running for political office. Okay, you can choose to trust me or choose to not trust me. I don't give a shit.
So
I
then why aren't
genuinely
you
don't
running for
care.
political
I'm not
office? If
running
you're
for
trying to
political
make
office. I
change,
don't need your vote.
why aren't you? Aren't you trying to make change?
Yeah, but I don't
Wouldn't
need
your
you. I
skill
don't
set
need.
better be better
I'm not
served?
trying to get your vote for me in political office. I'm just trying to change your mind. I'm trying to give you information. Trying to get you involved in politics more so that you think about what you believe in rather than just believing whatever Trump tells you. That's what I'm trying to do to a
Like
greater extent.
so you becoming a millionaire is going to help me understand how to vote left.
What even is this? You think that I started this out of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to one day become the richest person that ever exists. I'm going to be a trillionaire. Trillionaire Parker, actually. You think that I did that?
That's
I did
exactly
this.
and good for
I literally
you.
started
I'm not
this.
here to talk. I'm not here to
Wait, let me
talk
just
down
tell you.
on
Let me
it.
tell
Good
you
for
how I
you.
started all of this. I started all of
Good for
this.
you, brother. I'm not the one complaining. You don't have to tell. You don't
You're the
have to
one
explain it to
complaining right now.
me.
You're saying that I'm a grifter. That's complaining, right?
No,
And
absolutely
you're like
not. I would
begging me to
never
disclose
complain. I would
personal
never
information on
complain.
the stream.
I'm just saying that you're disingenuous to your audience.
You have no evidence for that. You're just claiming that.
I do.
Yeah, you're literally just claiming that.
Well, then just show us your taxes next year for
I have to
2026.
show you my personal
Yeah.
tax information
Yeah.
for you
Let's
to
see how
think
much
that
you've
I'm not
actually
grifting.
given.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Let's see how much you've actually given to people who have less than you because you're a social democrat. You live by these
I live in
ideologies.
California. You already know by virtue of me living in California, that's going to be true. So the
Yes.
fact that you
Yes.
want to see all this personal information is crazy, right?
I don't want to see it.
Do
I'm
you want
just
to show
saying
us
that you
your
never
tax
show it.
returns?
Sure, I
How
don't
much
mind at
money do you
all.
make?
Last year, probably. Well, I don't do what you do, so I'll keep it silent for now. But
No, tell us. You
no, I
want to
don't
be all
want to.
nosy in my information? Why don't you say
Nobody.
it?
Nope. I'm not asking anybody for gifts. I'm not asking anybody for gifts.
I'm not
I'm not.
either.
I'm not on this platform here to
When
gain
did I
money.
ask
Well, turn
people
your
for
gifts
gifts?
off. Turn your gifts off.
No. If
Why?
someone wants to send me gifts, they can.
Take down your PayPal. Take down your
No.
PayPal, brother.
No, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, everybody,
Yeah, take
including
that shit
Thomas. Thank you
down.
very much for
Why
the
do you need
$3.
$1
I really
million
appreciate it. Thank you
to
so much. Get some
spread your
W's for them in the
message?
comment section. They said your calmness to debates and quickness to grab sources is amazing to watch. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for them in the comment section. Kaz, thank you very much for the Galaxy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Andrea,
Yeah,
thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Get some W's for them in the comment
can,
section right
brother.
now. Thank you. I can't think of anything in
I'm happy
specific, to be
for you,
honest with
by the
you.
way. I
And then Thomas, thank you very much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Here's a small loan of $1 towards your $1 trillion.
When anybody makes money, bro, I'm happy. Anybody makes money, bro. I'm ecstatic. You know,
It doesn't sound
I
like it.
won't.
The light worker, thank you
Absolutely, I
very
love
much. I
when
really
people make
appreciate the
money.
leopard. Thank you very much. Can we get some W's for the
I
light
just
worker
don't like when
whisper
people
in
make
the
money
comment
and
section
pretend
right
to
now?
hate
Thank you very
money.
much for the leopard. You sound like maybe you're a little bit jealous. Is that what it is?
Never, bro. Never, never. I'm super happy. My life is
So
amazing.
then why do you like
I have
claim
everything that I could ever
wait.
want in my
So
life.
like
Like
here's
honestly,
what
brother.
doesn't make any sense to me. When people disagree with you, you just call them a grifter.
No, sir.
Yeah,
No,
that's like genuinely what it sounds like. And like people do this on the internet all the
absolutely
time.
not.
Just because someone disagrees with you doesn't make them a grifter.
No, that has
Like,
nothing to do with your
I'm
disagreement
actually a
with me.
liberal, and you're just trying to claim I'm a grifter because you wouldn't do that if you were in my shoes. That's you, bro. You're just
Because
projecting
I'm
your own
not the one
values, not mine.
pretending that I want to be a socialist. I'm
I'm
not the
not a
one pretending that I
socialist.
want to social democrat my way to a fucking
Social democrat, yes.
platform. Yeah, I don't want to social democrat my way to a platform to get more money. I would
Wait,
never put
also,
my PayPal. Do you go to my profile? Do you see a PayPal link there? Do you see a fucking like? No, I don't need like that's just not. an honorable way to make money for me. Like
An honorable way
if I
to make.
wanted
I
to,
think this is one of the
no,
most honorable ways to make money.
if
I'm
I
making
wanted to
money.
make
Wait,
money,
wait. I'm making
no,
money. People can choose to send me money if they want. It's a free service, free platform for people to get access to if they don't want to send money. And then also, literally, I'm just saying things I believe in to be true, and I'm promoting things I think are good within society. It is like one of the best fucking ways to make money, bro. Are you just jealous that you can't do this and
absolutely not,
you
brother.
can't make money in ways that is actually like fully 100% representative of your values? Do you hear me doing ad reads,
I
bro?
do make money.
Wait,
I do make
if I'm
money.
such a
I work
grifter,
in
why
a.
don't I do like ad reads on the stream? Why am I not
I'm
doing like all of these advertisements and sponsorships and stuff?
like Santana.
What sponsorships does he do?
Yeah, like his fundraisers and shit. Come
That's
on,
not a
bro.
sponsorship. That's him doing
Yeah.
a fundraiser to benefit people. What?
So let's get back to can we get back to the ideology
Wait, can you
of
acknowledge what I
the
just
young
said?
left? What are you saying?
Yeah, why don't I have a bunch of sponsorships?
Well, like what platform are you on? Like you're on a
TikTok and
give
YouTube.
me you're on a give me money platform, right? You're already there. You don't need to actually ask. 'Cause the platform is already built that way, brother. Like why are you trying to
So just because
pretend
I'm
like
on a
stupid?
platform, that means give me. So would you say this to any streamer?
The ones with PayPal and links in their bios, yes. That's what you're doing it for.
You mean like an area where people can send money if they feel like it. So for example, any channel that has like a buy me a coffee link or like here's a thing where you can do to support the stream like through Patreon. You think that they're all grifting?
Let me answer your question fully.
You would say this to
Can
all
I?
of them?
No, can I answer your question fully? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay. So the answer to my question is yes, if they're
So
the
Trump's a
ones who are,
grifter.
hang on, brother, let
So
me
Trump's a
finish.
grifter. Do you agree?
All right, all right. So this is where you can't let people finish.
Go ahead, and then I want you to run into that
So
point.
I would say yes, if your whole premise is that you don't want people to have more than their fair share of money. Absolutely.
I don't want people to have more than their fair. I don't even know what that means.
It's a democratic socialist
No, 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 no.
platform.
My view is that I want people who
Higher
have more,
taxes.
who
What would
make
the
more
higher
on a yearly basis to pay more into the
how much
system.
how much would you want people to pay in taxes? What's a
Depends
good
on the
amount
level of
taxes?
income. There's different
Okay, let's
brackets.
say that let's your bracket. Let's say your bracket. How much
My bracket. So you want me to
yeah.
tell? Well, for trillions of dollars, you should be
Nobody has
paying.
trillions of dollars,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Wait, Elon Musk and me, dude. I beat him there. So
No.
I have $1 trillion. So I'll tell you, how much should we take at a trillion? We should take 70%. If you make $1 trillion, we take 70 fucking percent of that shit.
You understand fine. Did you study finance?
I studied economics.
Economics. Okay. So do understand that he doesn't have $1 trillion in the bank? It's mostly
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mostly
I'm talking. And by the
value.
way, I'm talking about realized, not unrealized.
Realized gains. So 70% realized gain.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
saying
that's
if it's a realized gain, not an unrealized gain.
okay. So
I
on
never said
unrealized gains,
70% unrealized
you're okay.
taxes. That's not what I'm claiming.
So on realized gains for somebody, so there has never been anybody on realized gains that made anywhere near $1 trillion, brother.
Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. You said
Okay,
at
so
my
then
tax bracket, so I
you're
got to
giving
tell
me an
you,
example that this.
at a
Let's
trillion
talk real
dollars, you got
numbers.
to be
You're giving
paying
an example.
70% on income coming in.
You're
Again,
giving
I
an
told you I make
example.
$1 trillion a year, dude.
Funny
You said
guy,
at my
man.
income bracket. I
Bro,
told
why are
you.
you defaulting to like for laughs, bro? Like you don't want to actually have an honest debate. Like, come on, you're better than this.
Yeah,
Lock
because
the
you're
fuck in,
wait,
bro.
I'm not going to give you a bunch of
Lock the fuck
personal
in.
information on the stream. If you want to have a conversation with me about like what tax brackets I think should be for which, we can. But if you want to ask me a bunch of
Yes, at
personal information, then I'm
$100,000,
going to
what should be
troll
the
you.
tax
Yeah,
bracket? 100,000, what should be the tax bracket?
100,000.
Yeah.
It should be the same, if not less than what it is right now.
What's that? 36%?
For
Around there?
100,000, it's probably around 20 something percent.
Okay. So what about on $1 million?
On a million, I think
Yeah.
that gets up to the 40 to 50%.
Okay. That's probably where it is now.
Yeah,
In California, New York. And on $1 billion realized.
a billion realized. Yeah, that should be 50 to 60.
So then that's exactly what it is now. So what is the issue
That's
that
not
you actually
exactly
have
what
with
it
the
is
current?
now. What? What you think? Wait,
What did
hold up, pause. You think on capital gains at that level of income that they're paying that much? No, they're paying 20%.
No, on realized
On realized
income, I mean.
capital gains,
On
long term
income.
is
We're not
20%.
talking about capital gains. I'm talking about
I
income.
am. I'm also talking about capital gains. It's not just income; it's also capital gains. What do you mean?
But that's not-
what it is now. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
I'm talking about an income. Okay, so you want a higher capital.
Capital gains is also income.
So you want 50% taxes on capital gains.
at that level of capital gain. We have to be very specific. The level of taxes on capital gains will have different levels of values, because you have to consider when people are getting capital gains, it's, for example, like the retirement or something like that. The amount you'll get is a little bit more, and it can be in 1 year comparative to others. We can also treat annual capital gains differently than we treat a one-time capital gain, right? Like if you get a capital gain from your retirement. So I think that's probably what we should bake into the system, right? And that would be a lot better for how we set up brackets.
So
And it
this
needs
is
to be more
beyond income.
representative
So
of
you
what
don't
we
want
have for
anyone
income.
to be able to create wealth for themselves. You want them
No,
to
I want you to be
rely
able.
on others.
I
You
want
want
you
them
to
to
be able to
rely on
create wealth for
others.
yourself through the context of like a retirement, like a portfolio like that. That's totally fine.
Yeah, and then
But
when they
you have to
go and
understand that at the highest levels of wealth, you absolutely pay more into the system. Yeah, but you should be able to. We will have it set up so that you
but
can
don't
make a
1%
good
of
fair share amount, and you're going to be fine, and you won't pay an overly crazy amount of taxes on that, right?
so
But yeah,
then
for the
doesn't
highest levels of wealth,
1%
yes.
don't the 1%ers already pay 50% of the taxes?
Well, again, they make over that in terms of like the wealth for society. So I
Yeah,
think
but they
that
already pay it, don't they?
well, I think that generally speaking, they have more disposable income. Where the basis for that and how we compare it is disposable income, not solely predicated off of just what is their income or wealth as
So
compared to the middle class.
do you think there's diminishing returns on the incentive that people may have if they're being taxed at 60-70% on capital gains? What incentive would they have?
Yeah. So I mean, do you think that there's a
30%?
point? So hold up. I do think that there's a point of taxation that you reach the full 100% cap of level of revenue. I think that should be the level that it's placed upon. I think that's the most like moral position to place it on. It wouldn't make sense to go beyond that because you get lower tax revenue. But we don't know what that quantity or value is.
But taxes, what has been the highest tax rate, corporate tax rate in America? How high was it in the
I would have to go
70s?
look again. I don't remember the
How high
percentage.
was it in the 70s?
You want me to look?
Yeah,
Okay. Why are we having this conversation right now?
because
Like,
that's
can you
peak
explain to me how
democratic
this proves I'm a
because
grifter?
that's peak democratic
Wait.
socialism,
I'm
is it
waiting.
not?
How does this prove I'm a grifter?
Yeah, I think you know where I'm headed, and I think that you like want to switch the conversation very quick back to some joke shit about grifting.
No, you're the one who this was the
Oh my
argument you were
God,
making.
brother.
I'm sorry. This was the argument you were making. You're making this argument and saying that I'm a grifter because I don't represent like my
Let's
views
look
in
up
terms of taxes properly or
what was the
something,
highest
right?
corporate tax rate in
That was your
America?
argument. So like what makes me a grifter? Tell
What
me.
is the highest corporate tax rate in American history?
What makes me a grifter? Tell me.
Oh, man, bro. I'm asking you. See, I'm cooking this kid on real
Dude,
data,
I'm
and he
currently
doesn't want to
looking
bring
up
it
the
up.
corporate
His
tax rate,
democratic
and I'm
socialism
asking you a
shit does
question
not
if you'd like
work,
to.
so he wants to talk about some
It
funny
was
joke
in
shit.
52, 53 and whatnot. It was 52%. In the
No,
70s,
brother.
70s it
No.
was 48%.
No, it wasn't. It was higher. It was in the 86 percentile.
That's what I'm looking at right now for top marginal federal corporate tax rate.
And in the 70s, coming out of the 70s, we had Black Friday, Black Monday, excuse me, correct? Coming out of these higher corporate tax rates because people didn't feel incentivized, and then you had deflation. Did that not happen? So your idea of this higher corporate tax rates can fix everything is an absolute fucking lie.
I didn't just say higher corporate tax rates.
Oh my God, bro. That's exactly what the fuck you said. Higher taxes, taxing people at a higher
higher
rate does
taxes.
not
Wait.
fix
I said I
the
didn't
problem.
just say higher corporate tax rates,
Oh my
which means
God.
that there's also other higher taxes I want, like for the highest levels of income for capital gains and
Yeah, it was
for income,
so was it
and
not
it's
at
for the
90
rich, right? We're
percentile
not
actually
talking.
great
You're not going to
percent?
have increase in taxes. You don't make over 400 grand. No fucking shot.
After 90%,
No fucking
after
shot. You
90,
make over 400 grand. Okay, you're not going to be
why are
paying more
you
in taxes.
pocket
You'll
watching
be
me,
fine.
brother? Why are you pocket watching
You'll
me?
be fine.
What the fuck are
You're
you
not going to
talking
pay more into the
about?
system. You're going to pay
Why are
less.
you
Right?
pocket watching
This
me?
reduces this. What do you mean?
What
Why
the
am I pocket?
fuck?
Weren't you doing that the whole fucking stream? You were like
No,
asking me for my
absolutely
personal
not.
tax returns. You were
No,
asking me
absolutely.
for my level of income,
I'm not pretending to hate money.
and I said, all I did was say, no fucking shot. You make 400 grand a
I'm
year.
pulling
So
out your
obviously, you're not going to be affected by the tax
pointing out your
increases that
contradiction.
Harris was advocating for.
I don't care how much money you make.
I know you just
Honestly,
asked me
truly.
like repeatedly. You were begging.
No, I don't care about it though.
You were
Again,
begging.
can we go now? Let's go back to personal tax rates. Income tax rates, the highest
No,
they've ever been in America.
how about you tell me a policy of Trump's that you like?
Okay, back to Trump because you can't have a conversation. Trump's gonna be gone soon, brother. You got to
Trump
think
is
about
the
something
topic
else.
of the stream, sir.
You got to think about something else, man.
He's
Fucking hell.
wait. So you're the one who still says
This guy
says you
can't,
support
bro.
them. Wait, so
This guy
you,
cannot. This guy
hey,
cannot
dude,
fucking debate.
hey, dude,
All
you
he could do,
literally,
all he could do is dick ride
Alex,
Trump.
what do you mean? I'm debating against him right now. I'm asking you to support the person that you just said you supported. You're on a stream talking about why you support Trump. One, you're spending your time watching a stream about Trump rather than going and looking at anything else. If you think that we should stop thinking or talking about Trump, why are you in this stream in the first place?
Too many facts.
Two,
Back
he's
to
the
Trump.
president of the United
Back to
States.
Trump.
Why am I addressing Trump? He's the president of the United States and has 80 to 90% support within the Republican Party. He is going to determine the future of the Republican Party.
You took an L, brother.
By the way, he's just not responding to anything I'm saying.
I'm not here to defend Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
So you wouldn't vote for him?
Again, I'd be forced to, but fuck Donald Trump.
No, you wouldn't
I
be
don't give a fuck
forced
about
to.
Donald
You could choose not to
Yeah,
vote.
absolutely be forced to. There's
could
called
choose
a
not to
thing
vote.
where it's called the better of two evils. I mean, it does exist.
You
This
could
is
choose
something
to
that's
not vote,
hard to
right?
comprehend. This is not hard to comprehend.
Is it possible to choose
you
not
got
to
cooked.
vote?
Can you go back to income tax rates? What were the highest income
All right,
tax
I'm just
rates
gonna
in
kick
America?
this person. I don't think this person's having a direct conversation.